but it has come to a point where he's having all the tools to actually deliver this season. Right now, so to speak, we are a club that has the most depth in terms of substitute depth or substitute players with the great depth compared to any other Premier League clubs in the league. So he cannot afford to actually go through the season without winning a trophy. We don't know what the trophy is. It can be any trophy, whether it's a Carling Cup, whether this is. No. But what is important is that he wins the trophy. And if he doesn't win a single trophy, I think if Arsenal does not sack him, Mikel Arteta should sack himself. Because with all these materials and all these tools you have, you cannot afford to give excuses. Look, a lazy workman always blames his tools. Yes. And our coach should not consider himself to be very, very lazy. He is having all the tools that he needs. And looking at the situation now, so to speak, Iberichi is I just signed for Arsenal. And we're expecting to see him in the forthcoming matches to actually play for Arsenal. You don't need any other quality players than what we already have at the club. So I believe that Mikel Arteta has the tools. And if he doesn't deliver this season, I'm putting on the Arsenal jersey. I'm actually a very, very strong supporter of Arsenal Club. I'm a very, very astute fan of Arsenal Football Club. If he doesn't leave, I myself will clamor and actually raise that motion globally, worldwide, that Arteta should get the sack, and I will personally lead that motion and that fight to get him out of Arsenal Football Club, because we don't want a situation where we're always coming second every season and all that. We've got the materials and the tools to actually cross the line and becomes champion. So I believe that this season Arteta will deliver.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Mr. Mikel Arteta, I hope you are hearing this. So those of you viewing, don't forget to comment your top 4. So I think there is a theme here. Everybody seems to believe that Arsenal will be first. And for some reason, most people are also saying City will be third or fourth. Now, this is something I've been seeing online. No be me talking. Arsenal is usually known as the professional butlers.
Yes.
Patrice Evra said last time, watching Arsenal is like watching a Netflix show. You're always waiting for next season. So how come everyone is so sure that this is the year for Arsenal? And why do we put City? City under Pep, who has shown that, they has dominated the Premier League, basically. They have signed a couple of new players, replaced some old ones and all the like. How come, why is everybody basically putting City third? Not even second, third or fourth? Chairman, so I'll start with you.
Okay. When you say everyone is tipping Arsenal to win, please. I want to be among those ones that are not tipping Arsenal cannot.
The exception.
No, I'm an exception. Full time. I get them second.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get them third. Me, I'm second. They should remain there.
That's their space.
Yes.
But why not City though?
Okay. City for the last 6 seasons, I've seen them play good football, dominated. They won. I think they were the only team that won the Premier League 4 times in a row. Mm-hmm. And those players have almost
KDB.
KDB is out. Bernardo Silva is not playing anymore.
Rodri is injured.
They are bringing in new players. I think those players need time to gel together.
Okay.
So that's why I gave them 4th. Yeah, I think they need time to gel and play together. Then maybe next 2 seasons, because I'm not seeing them playing well next season. For next season, when Arsenal has already gone to Europa League, then
Okay, that's interesting to know. All right, so you have already explained also why you think this is Arsenal's year, why it's coming home. So why did you put City? I think you put City third as well. Fourth. So why did you put City fourth?
See, our fathers used to say that when you see a man selling a pregnant goat in the market, you have to know that the problem at home is more pregnant than the pregnant goat. You see, City is already pregnant with a pregnant problem. And I don't see them having that possibility of retaining the Premier League title the way they did in 4 seasons consecutively, just like what my Manchester United colleague as well had said. And looking at the situation and on the recent development in the Premier League and all that, you could tell that the team that actually would pose a lot of problems or will pose a similar problem to Arsenal, that's my team, my club, is Liverpool. But quite unfortunate, Liverpool actually have some certain defensive issues that they need to address. Because if you look at Liverpool defense, for instance, the only person you could see there is actually the man that has always been there, Virgil van Dijk, standing tall when it comes to defensive. But he cannot actually do everything alone. Konate is an invisible top player who actually, when it comes to big game, he disappears. You don't see him. If you look at the Liverpool midfield, Liverpool defense, unfortunately, or sad to say, they've actually lost one of one of their most creative player. For this season, it will be a little bit very difficult for Liverpool to be able to retain their league. For Manchester United, which we all know, finished the usual 17th position last season.
Usual?
We all know usually finish 17th position. And right now, as we speak, actually occupying very comfortably the 15th position in the league. But we strongly believe, looking at the prospect they showed against Arsenal, I would strongly believe that for this season, Manchester United will actually finish the top 4, which I actually had mentioned earlier. All they just need to do is to gel with some of the players that they have. It's quite unfortunate that the only thing that will shine in Manchester United this season is going to be the head of Brian Mbeumo, which will only going to shine as a trophy this season. Quite unfortunate, we might not be able to win any trophy this season, but they will show signs of. They've shown, to be honest, we are not the Arsenal of 2 seasons last season ago, because right now Arsenal can actually compete for any tournament worldwide, and in the Premier League, actually is a very, very small turf for Arsenal to compete, because right now we have a team that can compete for European glory, and that is the objective. So for Leeds, score actually doesn't really flatter me because I saw it coming. We are looking forward to.
What do you expect?
We are looking forward. Yes, we are looking forward to the playing Liverpool, playing Manchester City in the coming weeks, where we are actually going to prove to the world that Arsenal this season means business. Okay. We have decided to change our destiny. So the body holder have changed. And now our destiny is now in our hands. And at the end of the day, we'll sit here in May and we're talking about Arsenal glory.
Okay. So I think your next game is Liverpool.
Yeah.
Sariko, are you not scared?
You should be scared. You should be frightened.
Are you not scared?
Never. How will I be scared of Arsenal? How will I be scared of Arsenal? I mean, Arsenal, they have a good squad, which for me just means they're going to probably be more consistent. But when it comes to the big games, we know.
For big boys.
For big boys.
It's not that. Small boys.
Arsenal has been building a building for 5 years. In the 5 years, Man U has been shit. Man U has won more trophies than Arsenal. and please, when you are talking about trophy this season, it's Premier League or Champions League. Don't call Carabao Cup, FA Cup. Those things don't count. I said I cannot go and win Carabao Cup and people come and you're clapping your hands at it as one trophy. Please don't even do that. There's a trophy that Man U has been winning for the past 5 years. Like everybody, you are calling them shit that they have been winning that and you have not won. So, I don't know. We're coming on. We're coming on Sunday to collect our 3 points.
In other words, you are trashing Arsenal.
Of course.
Oh yeah, now we'll go there. Okay, so tomorrow we have the game of the week.
It's not me.
Manchester versus Fulham, the best team in the world.
Say it loud. I don't like it that saying if you're talking about Man U, they'll be whispering. No.
Chavan. No. So based on how Manchester played against Arsenal, how do you see that game?
Manager, this Man U game tomorrow is like somebody that wants to go and meet his widow concubine. He will not be scared. You just knock at the door. You understand? The husband is already gone. I don't think we are going to Fulham tomorrow being scared. I don't know if
Just go to go and collect and
no, just they used to say if you go to meet a widow, 2 things must be involved. It's either food or the other F. But for tomorrow, if once we reach there, we'll collect the food, we'll collect the other one. Manager,
collect both.
We are taking both tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sure. Tomorrow game, I'm watching it with full confidence.
Predictions, what are your scores?
Like, I don't want to be biased on this one.
You have to be biased.
No,
Man U fan.
I'm a Man U fan, but
you don't want to be greedy.
No, not. I want to be greedy, but I'm going with 4-1.
4-1. Yeah, now. So Rico, predictions tomorrow.
Okay. Now, one thing, Man U has a very good record against Fulham, but Fulham is a team I always fear because one thing with Fulham, you need to put energy to win those guys. So
Giant killers.
Yeah, they're giant killers, and
We happen to be giants.
they're giant killers, but Man U is not a giant, so that's where it favors Man U. But because it's in Fulham, I actually do see that it's possible that it could come out a draw. So I'm going for possible 2-2 draw. But I'm seeing
2-2 draw.
Yeah, I'm seeing quite an interesting game. I'm seeing probably Mbeumo and Cunha having a goal. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Okay, you got predictions.
Yeah. To be honest, the opening weekend, Man U actually played very, very well against Arsenal, against my club, my team. But this time around, they're actually playing away, and they're actually not playing at home. So with the Fulham home support and all that, it's a factor that we can actually not ignore. I think Fulham is a very, very difficult team to actually break down in terms of defensively and the way they're organized and the structure and all that. But I want to believe that it's going to be a very, very strong test for Manchester United. But looking at the way Manchester United played Arsenal, which actually, to be honest, they were actually very unlucky. They would have actually come out of that game with maybe a point, at least a point, because they actually did very well. I want to believe that it's going to be a very, very strong test for Manchester United. And I see a draw from that match. Fulham is going to actually be a very, very good test for Manchester United. And I want to say this. If Manchester United can come out with 3 points from the match, against that Fulham match, I think Manchester United has a very, very strong prospect to actually finish with European glory at the end of the season. So it's a tough match. I want to strongly believe that Manchester United will actually give it a shot. And if they come up with 3 points, all good for Manchester United, which actually will be considered as a reward for their effort they put in against Arsenal. They didn't actually have any point. But Manchester United is going to take that match very, very seriously. And I strongly believe that the least point they can take out of that game against Fulham actually is going to be a draw. I will fancy Manchester United to actually win that match because, you see, our fathers used to say that a girl that has a K-leg cannot actually ask a guy to buy her a bone straight hair.
What's a K-leg with bone straight hair?
Exactly, because your leg cannot be a K-leg, and your leg is not straight, and you're asking a guy to buy you a bone straight hair. So that notwithstanding, I think Manchester United will come out straight.
Scores.
From that, I think my prediction for that game is going to be 1-2 in favor of Manchester United.
Okay, so we have 4-1, 2-2, and 2-1 in favor of Manchester United. Okay, so very briefly, transfer news. First of all, Digos, congratulations on hijacking the AZ deal from your very bitter rivals, Spurs.
Thank you very much.
You showed them that you are the big boys in London.
The London big boys.
So how do you feel about that transfer?
To be very honest with you, even if Arsenal did not win any game again for the rest of the season, as an Arsenal fan, proud Arsenal fan and supporter, I'm very, very okay. There is nothing we as Arsenal fans wants to see rather than them trying to prove to Tottenham that we own the bragging right when it comes to not London clubs. We own the bragging right. For Chelsea, they are actually our noisy neighbors. They believe that
people that have won Champions League.
They made impact and all those things. The impact they've made as a football club is actually in Europe. In England, as a whole, in England.
Chelsea won the Premier League more recently than you.
Chelsea cannot stand Arsenal in terms of trophies and glory as far as domestic football or competition is concerned. What I believe that they've actually done better than Arsenal is European glory. But when it comes to domestic glory, Chelsea cannot be compared to Arsenal, which actually an average Chelsea fan knows about it. So I want to strongly believe that the easy hijack at the last minute was actually to let Tottenham to understand that no matter who they are still what I call the small boys when it comes to London big clubs. And London is red. London will always be red. And the Gunners will dominate the London as the big boys.
Okay. Oyana. Okay, so there is still a very hot ongoing battle regarding Isaac and a potential deal to Liverpool. As a Liverpool fan, Rico, I'm sure you have some inside information from Fabrizio Romano that you would like to share. What is happening with that deal?
First of all, to start, I believe it's going to go through. I believe after Monday, I think we have a few less than 10 days left. I think the window closes on the 31st evening. I think they said this time they're not waiting till midnight. But what I believe the deal is going to go through. Probably after the match on Monday, things are going to move fast. Because I really don't see any point. I know he has basically told the club that he's not feels very betrayed. He's not going to wear the Newcastle shirt again. And I mean, something is almost as what is only worth to you if you're able to sell it. You cannot have a commodity like this cup and say it's 200,000. But if you are not able to sell it, then and you cannot use it. If you're able to use it, then fine. So you cannot have a player and you're saying, okay, it's a 150 million player. You are not able, the player said he's not going to play for you, meaning he will be on the bench, and then you insist that you're not going to sell him. That's just losing money. So I believe there's a deal to be made, maybe somewhere around 120 million. I really don't believe Liverpool should actually pay the 150. Yeah, so I think come Arsenal game, Isaac will be part of the Liverpool.
And I'm sure I remember you said if you have Isaac, you might.
Yeah, and by the time we have that Isaac, we'll keep him on the bench for that game just to enter and score 2. Put him on less 60 minutes to score 2. Okay. So that we do to Arsenal what Arsenal fans have been admiring Isaac for a very long time. Yeah, so that we so that we show them what they did to Tottenham, that they are bigger boys than them, so that we can also do what they did to Tottenham to them.
Yes. Okay, so Chairman, we happen to have conceded a goal through a corner the game against Arsenal, which many believe was a goalkeeper error. And there are rumors that Man United is about to sign a goalkeeper. What do you think about that deal? Is it really a necessary buy? Do you think we need a keeper? We have Onana. We have Bayindi. I think so. Is it really a necessary signing?
The African great Onana is there.
It's supposed to be our top priority this season.
Goalkeeper.
How can you say is it a necessary buy? We went to Inter to buy Onana. They gave us Onana.
Maybe Onana. No, they moved it now.
They moved now. We don't know where that one went to. They give us Temu version. Now
you order on Amazon, they give you receipt.
You receipt from Nigeria backyard. We need a goalkeeper, and from what I'm hearing, this deal will go through very soon, and it's a good act. We need goalkeeper before we go to the field, but the goalkeeper is a must buy. And then I should just go to Cameroon from there. Maybe she should go and meet the hand. Anyway, we can manage this one. What's his name?
Bayinda.
I prefer this man
to Onana.
Onana catches frog. I don't know if you no.
Calm down, sir. Calm down.
I'm down because we are buying the.
No, when the ball goes in, Onana will dive. He only waits for the ball to go in.
He will dive and land on the same spot.
Let's leave it. It's the hang. I will keep saying it. The hang had a mission.
Because backward.
He did it.
And he has started his own mission.
So now, we need a goalkeeper, and I'm very happy that we are buying one.
So if we get this keeper and he happens to be actually a good keeper, does it change your prediction on the league table?
No. I still maybe 10 seconds.
Right. Okay, so thank you very much, Dear viewers, we hope you enjoyed the show. We will be coming back on a weekly basis with more hot takes, VAR analysis, and much more. Anything related to football, we'll be discussing it. If you liked the show, please just drop a thumbs up and ring the notification bell down. I think will be on this side or this side, whatever the case. Find it and ring it. We'll be back next week with more VAR takes. All right. Thank you. Catch you guys.